we spoke a lot about the Spurs game earlier, but it was about the controversy rather than Spurs. A massive win. If we just remove the offside goal for a moment, a massive win. Listen, you had players that were carrying their kids around for laps of honours after the game. I'm not going to call it over-celebrating like the media did against Arsenal last year, because that would make me a hypocrite. I believe that is character building. I believe that kind of mentality creates a togetherness, which is a positive vibe, and it's why City win so many games. They're fans. Because I know you know this, Lewis. I mean, how often when you're losing, are you relaxed still? I've seen some of your watch-alongs, and you can get a bit heated on them, bruv. I love them, but generally you're quite relaxed. You guys know you're always going to win. Spurs seem to be getting that way as well. The question is, Patty, are you guys genuinely good enough to challenge for this title?
Nah, we're not. Like, our first 11, I think our first 11 can give anyone a game. And I think we're in a really good moment. We're riding a really good wave. No one would have thought that we would have went to the Emirates and got a result out of that, especially where we are in the season compared to where Arsenal are and how good they are. Again, Liverpool is a bogey team for us. No matter how good we've been, no matter how many chances we have, we just, for whatever reason, couldn't get a win over those guys. And we got one. It's been marred and tarred and tarnished. But at the end of the day, when you take that all aside, we got 3 points. And these are fixtures that no one really gave us any sort of ounce of, a sniff of a win or result. So we go into the game against Luton in really good form. We should smash them, if I'm being honest. Obviously, you don't want to get too cocky and too overconfident, but we're playing good football. You got Son in good form again. He's got 6 goals already this season. He only got 10 in the whole of last year. Maddison's a top of the league leaders in assists. I think there's a few on 4. We're playing good football. A lot of guys look good. And yeah, we go into this game feeling good. The fans are feeling good. The stadium is as electric as it's been. Anyone that goes there will tell you how good the stadium is now in terms of not just the aesthetics, but the brand of football and the fans, and everyone's enjoying themselves again. But with all that being said, if you look at the squad depth, if you looked at our bench on Saturday, there was no one really on there that could come in and turn the game. Brennan Johnson's out injured. Other than that, who could come on and do anything? Solomon, and that was it. Then you're bringing on Højbjerg, Skip, a young Valise that has no experience in the Premier League. So for me, that's where the downfall will be if we get 1 or 2 injuries. If we get an injury to Son, we're fucked. If we get an injury to our goalkeeper, we're mangled. If one of the 2 centre-backs go out, we're in big trouble. If you lose Udogie, then you're playing Ben Davies again, who's a guy I never want to see in a Spurs shirt. And so we still got, it's our first ever window, first 6, 7, 8 games or whatever. I think we're doing fantastic for this moment of our rebuild. But it's early days and we still need a few more. But if we stay fit and stay healthy, hopefully Lo Celso, where the hell is he? He needs to come back into the squad. Brennan Johnson hopefully can come back. Then the bench starts to look a bit stronger. Obviously, we lost Perisic. He's out for the season. So, yeah, we're not good enough for a title.
So, Patrick, I want to ask you a question. Guys, I want to ask Patrick a question. So, last year, I believe personally that Arsenal, if Saliba didn't get injured, they would have won the league. This is just my personal belief. Okay. So, Patrick, hypothetically, and that's not like...
Lewis's face makes me die.
That's not totally hypothetically. If you keep your starting 11, Arsenal last year improved from 5th to title contenders for 32 games. And they had this massive injury for Saliba, and then they lost the league and they lost focus. If you keep your starting 11, you already played 3 of the big teams, Man United, and you played 3 big teams. You played Liverpool, you played Arsenal already. Do you believe that if you go 10 games, because you have 3 easy games coming, 10 games, and you collect the points, do you believe if you keep the squad healthy, you can do what Arsenal did last year, and if you can go toe-to-toe with Man City? Because you keep saying if this gets injured, if this got injured. Last year, Arsenal kept their squad fit, and they competed. If you keep your squad fit, if you keep them, do you believe you can go toe-to-toe with the likes of Man City and Arsenal?
Mo, can I add to that? My part, I was going to ask almost a similar question, but the second part of that is, if you keep your squad fit until January and then you buy because you're still in that race, do you think you can compete? Because I think it's both, right? If you stay fit and then you get to January,
100 million from Kane as well is still unused. So yes,
right, you got money.
Yeah, lots of ifs. and already.
We're not saying you're saying the if.
You
You're
said
saying
it. You
if.
said it.
Hey,
You're
no,
the
but I'm
one
just
who's saying the if.
Okay, all right, chill. Let me talk. So Son's already carrying a slight knock. Maddison's already carrying a slight knock. Brennan Johnson's already out. So things have to fall our way. Probably not, if I'm being real, because this is brand new. Like, I've not seen this manager over a stretch of 10, 15, 20 games. It's a lot of new players as well. So I need to see a bit more before I can really commit. Because
come on, bro, get your chest
He's
out.
really
man.
scared to say it, bro.
Get your chest
I
out.
gave him the Arsenal example
you
last
lot-
year.
you
I
lot
gave
want
him
me
the
to go
Arsenal
wild and go
example.
crazy, but
No,
I
I feel like you should just enjoy the moment, considering
don't.
the
I don't.
18 months you guys have had
Those
with
are
the last
nice.
past two managers. I feel like Tottenham fans should just be enjoying that they're actually playing really good football that they haven't seen for the last couple of years,
That's
and then
it.
go on to build from there.
Playing good
title
football.
talk is ridiculous so early.
Yeah, it's not us. People are trying to throw that on us to try
So banana
and almost,
skin waiting.
yeah,
to
muddy the
happen.
waters.
Your manager said it though. Postecoglou was like, let the fans do what they want. Let the fans believe and
agree.
dream.
In time, Lewis. Not after 8 games. Not after 7 games. It's too early. Do you know what I mean?
You sound so reasonable, bro. You sound so reasonable.
You lot are trying to.
I think you're scared because what happened with Arsenal, Patrick, last year.
No, we're not
But
scared.
Arsenal fans,
We're not
in
scared.
October, when they were playing sensational football, Arsenal fans said we can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league. And they were right.
And
With
Mo,
their
the
starting
difference
11,
is-
they were right. They weren't wrong.
Mo, the difference is we're more sensible than Arsenal fans. We're Tottenham. We're the better side of North London. We're the better side. We're the more sensible, the smarter one. So
The
we're
better
not
side
going to
of
do.
North London. Let's
Yeah, the
not.
better
Let's
side.
Patrick, I was just on your
Look
side.
at-
I was just
no,
helping
no,
you
no.
out there
Yeah.
for 5 minutes.
You've
The better
had
side
one
of
good
North London.
season in 8 years, so let's just chill out a bit, innit?
Better side of
Before
North
that,
London,
we were
please.
always finished above you lot. So if we're actually being real,
What a trophy, babe.
yeah,
What a trophy, babe.
what have you lot won? A giant 50p piece? You ain't done anything.
What
In the
are you
last 8
talking
years.
about?
In the last 8
years.
years.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
You've
about?
done nothing other
Listen,
than.
you,
But
would,
yeah,
you would kill for a cheeky a couple of FA Cups and a little community shield. Let's not be
is
silly
that what
now.
we're doing? Cheeky FA Cups?
I mean, you guys would kill for that.
Yeah,
You're telling me
you're
I'm
doing that,
wrong.
bro.
No. Is that what we're doing? Cheeky FA Cups. We're talking about the Charity Shield you won just recently. Other than that,
You're talking about the last 8 years, babe. You said the last 8 years.
yeah, I'm talking about league positions.
So-
We're talking about the league right now, innit? We're not like you're just.
Sorry.
Yeah,
League
yeah.
positions.
But-
Yeah. So you probably get them
Yeah,
hanged up
but-
in the Tottenham
but-
Hotspur Museum, innit?
but
How the mighty
how-
Arsenal have fallen, talking about
know.
2 FA Cups in the last
Exactly.
8 years.
No,
Oh,
that's not
my
that's,
God.
that's not my point. That's not my point. My point was that wasn't my point. That's just during our shittest time, this last 12, 15 years. And we're still picking up an FA Cup or two. And he's talking about being the better side of North London.
That's
Give
good
over.
for you. Can we go back? Can we get back
Go
on
on,
point?
go on.
Back on
We'll
top?
go back to Spurs
Yeah.
challenging for the league. Let's go down.
Yeah,
Hang on.
let's be fair to Patrick. We can't talk trophies in front of him. He'll come up in a rash. Let's not do that to him.
But it's only 7 or 8 games in. Let's just be sensible here. And like I said, this is a brand new manager, essentially a whole new team. Other than Son and Romero, who isn't that new, everyone else is new in this team. So yeah, let's just see how things go, man. I mean, we've done all the hard work. I want to see us batter Luton, and then obviously we can take it step by step. Like I said on Twitter, step by step, game by game. You lot aren't going to do what you're trying to do and throw this title challenge stuff on us. It's way too early, because as soon as things go wrong, you lot will be the first to laugh at us, even though we didn't say it.
I'm only asking,
You
Patty,
got
because I listened to Talk Sport on Saturday, and I heard 3 Spurs fans pretty much in sequence phone in and say they think they can win the league. So I'm only sort of asking the question based on what I hear Spurs fans publicly stating. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's Talk Sport for you, and I bet they're paid actors. They're not Spurs fans.
paid
What
actors.
teams do you think are better than you then, Passy? What teams do you think are better than you? Better placed this year than you?
Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Those are the 3 teams that I look at. And even though things might be rocky or they've lost a game or two, they're still definitely better footballing teams, better players, if we're being honest, man for man, and deeper squads. After that, it's up in the air.
You just played 2 of them and you're unbeaten against 2
Yeah,
of them.
I know,
And
and
you're
that's-
not in
that's-
European competition.
And that's fantastic, but we also have to be realistic and also look at it over the course of a season. And yeah, I do think this Tottenham team is a lot better than what most people have given us credit for, especially the new guys coming in. They've hit the ground running. Your Doji looks fantastic. Mickey van der Ven is a monster. Obviously, the keeper has surprised me. He's really good. And then you've got But yeah,
Son is
but-
firing again at a striker. Son is firing
Son,
again up
and
top.
a lot of
which is-
people wrote him off. I told you not to write Sonny off. The guy's fantastic.
He's
one of
done
the
well.
best
He's done very, very well.
football.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we have
but
yeah,
sorry,
we have
just
some-
quick-
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
go on,
go
mate.
on.
Go on, finish your
Yeah,
point.
so I
Sorry,
was just
finish
gonna
your point.
say,
Sorry, go on.
but
Go on, bro.
just to you know, you got to be realistic. Arsenal have a very good team. Manchester City are Manchester City. They're treble winners for a reason. And then Liverpool, you know, they look how strong they finished last season. And yeah, we beat them, thank God. But before that, they was on like an 18-1 unbeaten streak or whatever it was. So those three teams are serious. After that, it's a toss-up.
I hear you on that.